What's up, Goon fam? I'm in my last 2 weeks of prep, so you kind of know that if you've been following me on Instagram or Facebook. So that's why I got this new do. However, I do have a new shirt that I legit got today, so that's what all the makeup's about. And I also got a little GLAXON keychain, so I'm excited to put that on my key ring. As soon as I get my keys stuck out of my car. So anyway, I'm actually here because I wanted to talk to you guys about the V2 Serenity, which is super freaking cool. I don't know if y'all have this stuff at home or not, or if you've even used it, but I'm really in love with the labels. Every time they do something new, it's awesome. The texture on it, it makes it feel like it's an oil painting. Okay, and it's kind of like really Bob Ross. So I know a lot of people, like my mom, she actually falls asleep watching Bob Ross. So the serving size on it is 3 capsules, and they actually have DR caps. So if you don't know anything about DR caps, they're delayed release caps. So if you take this mid-workout with the anticipation of blocking or decreasing cortisol levels, that's a good time to be taking it. Or if you're like me, I like taking it midday because that's when I feel like you get the most stressed. Around lunch, something like that. It's after I work out. But the reason that I take it after so much later is because I've got kids and they start getting a little rambunctious right around, nap time and things like that. So it helps me keep my anxiety down. I've been taking Serenity for well over a year now. It was the second product I think that I purchased from them, being the first was Sedative, and it was in the white containers, when GLAXON was brand new. So Serenity was my very next purchase, and I absolutely fell in love with it because of how it made me feel less anxious and able to really get through my day a lot better. And I didn't have to take all 3 capsules either. I found 2 capsules worked just fine for me. But I'm going to take my 3 tonight. I plan on waking up extra early tomorrow morning, so I'd like to just be super chill for the rest of the evening. We'll see if, that changes anything. It's going to be a whole hour or something before it even starts kicking in. So I don't anticipate being on this, but I can always pause it and come back. Just so you can kind of see the progression of how Serenity works. I can probably go find something to do around the house, clean, super easy, there's plenty of things to do. So with that in mind, I think I will. I'm going to hit pause, and I'll come see you guys in a little while. So do you really think that I look like Beach Barbie? Like Miami Beach Barbie, maybe? But with brown hair? Anyway, somebody told me I look like Beach Barbie. I was like, yay. She's always been my idol because, the girl can do everything. So, yay. I went and made myself some coffee and my last snack before I go to bed because prep. So I'm trying to do all of this at one time. So excuse me. Give me a break. Okay, so in Serenity, right, it's got these phosphorylases. Anyway, it's something that you find in, I don't know how to say it, it's a big word. But it's in the sunflower lectin, right? So it's a fatty substance, and you naturally make that in your body anyhow, but obviously it's not a significant enough amount that you'd notice it. But basically what it does is it protects the cells in your body, so it's kind of vital for all of your nerve cells and your brain, and it basically helps to transmit messages between them. So if you don't have enough of this stuff going on in your brain naturally, you're gonna find that it's a lot harder for you to have a good memory, right? That's something that everybody need. I especially have a problem with being able to remember things. So, but I mean, there's more things like dopamine and serotonin. All of those like feel-good chemicals also need to be transmitting through those receptors as well. So, if you don't have enough of these going on and lining your cells, then you're not going to be having your brain function at the proper level. So this specific ingredient actually helps with stress, anxiety, depression, Alzheimer's. There's a lot of really good benefits to that ingredient on its own. But they even go beyond that with Serenity. So like the next ingredient in there is the Japanese pagoda tree. And okay, so that's standardized to 95% in there. And with that, they have found in about 49, I think, studies. And there's one unpublished study that's still out. But they found that it boosts the exercise capacity in the athletes, and it impacted their athletic performance. That they were even able to decrease their muscle soreness. That it was protecting against like their cortisol levels being increased. But yeah, there's so many benefits to that by itself, because if you're training like, you know, most of us are, we're just going balls to the wall, and you know, you're doing everything that you can to build muscle, and you're overstressing your body and things like that. Being able to control some of your cortisol levels will help a lot with that. Obviously, we do want to have that stress impact us, because that's what makes our muscles grow, and you know, different signals in our body going off. But it's important that we also control some of those cortisol levels, so that we aren't as stressed out, so we can go back to the gym the next day and go and push that just again. But yeah, so there's other things in here, right? The magnolia, the Japanese tree, right? Okay, so they also found that it improved memory. So that's a really important thing, like I was saying before, because I don't have the greatest memory. So that was one of the reasons that I started taking this, was to help improve my memory and decrease some of my stress. At the time, I was also, you know, barely a few months postpartum, so I don't know if you know this or not, but every time a female gets pregnant, her brain shrinks, and especially the area of her brain that stores memory. So with that, on top of being stressed out, it really made sense for me to be using something like Serenity, so I would be able to remember to do more things and stay more focused. And also not be as stressed. You know, like having a new baby and another one running around, it does get really stressful. So then I'm training and all that stuff. That's why Serenity fits in my life so well. It's just one of those things. I'm super blessed that this came out. But anyway, the other things are like there's a flavonoid inside of the this tree extract that they used, and so they cited that it's supposed to like boost the antioxidants defenses and protects against like the exercise-induced oxidative damage. So that just basically means, you know, the damage to your muscles, because blood, right? So oxidative blood. So when you're getting pumps in the gym, it's a good thing because it's ripping up your muscles, but it's also oxidative damage, right? So take your stuff, cortisol levels go down, and your muscle increases and it goes up, and you're less damaged, but you want to be damaged to grow. You see how some of this stuff is kind of contradictory? Good stuff, bad stuff, you need it both ways. Anyway, the other stuff, there was something about, oh, the magnolia bark. Okay, it helps with capillaries. There's all kinds of stuff actually with this other thing. Right? Like, okay, so I've got varicose veins in my calves. They're hereditary. My great-grandmother had them, but I don't think my mom or my grandmother do. But anyway, so I've got them, but it's not like bad yet because I'm still young, but I know it's something that I want to prevent from happening when I get older. And so this other stuff in the tree, this Japanese tree stuff, it actually helps with your transportations of blood and making sure that you don't, it's preventative to having varicose veins. There was something else that I read on it. I'm gonna have to go back and read some more because it really is interesting to be researching your supplements. I highly suggest you go look, because like there's so many studies on this, on the things that we're taking, and you're really doing yourself a disservice if you're not looking up the things, because like you really don't know all of the benefits that you're getting from the stuff, or if you're not getting any of the benefits at all because it's not to the standardization or the studied dosage. You know, if you're not getting the right milligram dosage from the study, then obviously you're not going to get the benefits from it. There's a couple of other ingredients on this label here, like 3 or 4 more, that I'm not even going to get to because it's just so much to go over in one sitting, you know, for it to even make sense anymore. It's like I said, bad memory. So I can't remember everything, even tell you about each one of the supplements off the top of my head. But you see where I'm coming from with it. Like, you're able to take this whenever, but you have to realize that the DR caps are going to slow, you know, your digestion. It's not coming in like most gelatin caps where they're bursting within 5 or 10 minutes of being in your stomach. This stuff takes about a whole hour, and it does tend to pass through your digestive tract in your stomach and go into your intestines, so that's where it's going to be absorbed. It takes a little bit longer for it to kick in for that reason, you know. So I think it's really cool the way that they set this product up, so you can kind of take it whenever. I mean, even if you're using it like I am at night right now, to kind of de-stress from your day, by the time bedtime comes around, you're ready to go. It's, you know, you're tired, hold on. I forgot what I was talking about. Kids, man, it's alright. Like I said, bad memory, at least you know. So, everything about this is just good. That's all I've got to say, right? From Max Chill, undamaged delivery. Oh, I forgot what I was talking about. Kids, man. This is why I take Serenity. It's really why. Because at the end of the day, I'm eating figs and hazelnut spread and some peanut butter. But like, really legit, at the end of the day, they drive me nuts. I love them very much, but they're a lot. So that's why I said this stuff really is for everybody. Like, if you're even if like you're trying to quit smoking, right? and your reason that you feel like you need to smoke is because you're anxious and you're stressed, instead of picking up a cigarette, pick some of this stuff up. Like, it's not just for lifters. This can be literally for anyone. Like, CEO, high stress job where you're just having to deal with people all day long and you're stressed out. Serenity, right? You're a waitress and you're having to deal with butthole people at the restaurant all day. Before you even go into work, boo, get you some Serenity, okay? It literally fits for any scenario. Any scenario that you can give me. I can tell you a reason to be taking Serenity. It doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom, you know, or Joe Blow. Doesn't matter. Fire department, police officer, nurse, doctor, everybody could benefit from this. Like, yeah. Anyhow, I'm gonna finish eating my dinner or snack before bed, my coffee, and enjoy the rest of this, like, coming down from the evening. I might even read. It's the best stuff ever. Night, guys.